So precision medicine really has been evolving in the past 20 over years since the initiation of the Human Genome Project. So at the very beginning, there's genomics, and then it's evolved into, in the late 90s, early 2000s, pharmacogenomics. And then as the breakthrough in pharmacogenomics gradually translated into medicine, then we are starting to hear and to see personalized medicine. And the term personalized medicine has also been evolving, and we've seen such terms as targeted medicine, stratified medicine, and today increasingly precision medicine. So a key question is that, so in these 20 plus years, how have the innovators, mainly the pharma companies, how have they been prepared to embrace this trend? So it has been, looking back, I think the history has been very interesting. If you look at the initial years, let's say when pharmacogenomics became a trend in the late 90s and early 2000s, I would qualify that as probably a period from a pharma business perspective, that a period of uncertainty and even some level of fear. That's the period when the science really started to advance from a pharma R&D perspective, but the pharma business thinking was a little bit lagging behind in terms of accepting personalized medicine. At the time, we observe a major resistance from some of the business groups within pharma companies. People fear that by only applying the medicine to a subpopulation of patients, one may actually cut their potential market size, and as a result, reduce their commercial return for their innovation, for their investment. And over time, I would say after mid-2000s to I would say the end maybe 2010-ish, so that would be a period of I would say catching up and started to see a transition from fear, resistance to embracing the concept of personalized medicine. So that was a period that even from my team perspective as a strategy consultant, we have worked with a good number of major pharma companies to help them make this transition internally, for example, by helping them develop personalized medicine corporate strategy, develop internal business processes to enable that, and even build up internal organizations and hiring people to enable themselves to become a leader in the field of personalized medicine or precision medicine. And then I would say from 2010 and on, there's ever increasing number of pharma companies and also increasing number of precision medicine that have been launched. So I would say, looking at today, having been a pioneer in the field of precision medicine, I'm very encouraged to say that now there's a general consensus that precision medicine is an unstoppable trend that will benefit not only just patients but also the industry as a whole, because of the benefit it will bring, the better medicine, and potentially would also help reduce costs for healthcare. I'd also like to cite a few numbers just to help us visualize the trend in the past 15, 20 years. So a few years back, we have done, in collaboration with IMS Health and MIT, Harvard, we've done some studies to basically quantify the trend in personalized medicine. So we saw that from the year 1998 when Herceptin, which was initially launched, the post child of personalized medicine, to 2009. So over the course of 11 years, we saw that the number of personalized medicine increased from 1 to 22. So the results were summarized in an article in Nature Reviews. Now, if you then look at the past year, the number of personalized medicine in 2013, based on summary by PMC, Personalized Medicine Coordination. That was the total number of personalized medicine became 113. And to date, I think there's by the end of 2015, there's another addition of 22. So now we are looking at 135 or so personalized medicine. So that's a huge change in terms of the total number. It's also interesting to see, if we just look at numbers, just to visualize the trend, the percentage of personalized medicine among newly approved drugs. So in early years, in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, the percentage of personalized medicine among newly approved drugs in the US was in the single digits, right? And then if we look at 2014, that percentage increased to 22%, and 2015, 29%. So I think that's a very notable trend that we can see that there's a very strong momentum. If we look a little deeper into those numbers, among oncology drugs, then which have been widely recognized as the number one, as a leading therapeutic area for precision medicine, the percentage of personalized medicine among those newly approved oncology drugs is understandably higher. So we observe about 36% for 2015, which is 36% of newly approved oncology drugs or personalized medicine. And the last number I'd like to cite is then if we look at, given the strong trend, if we look at the clinical trials that are going on today, if we just focus on the pivotal trials, the most important trials for drug approval, today about 18, based on global data information, about 18% of all clinical trials have a biomarker component, which is very significant. Then if we then couple that number to the 36% of oncology drugs that are personalized medicine, that the number I just cited, actually one can see that it translates to actually a very interesting fact that benefits pharma company. That is, the approval rate for personalized medicine is actually higher, almost twice as much as non-personalized medicine. So I think that's very encouraging news, basically just proving one of the early potential benefits that people have believed, that personalized medicine is not only going to benefit patients, but also will benefit pharma companies in helping them increase their productivity, increase their probability of having their drugs approved. So I think that from global data and data we've seen from other places, we have strong evidence supporting that. So just to conclude, going into the future, that we have seen every year coming to ASCO, we have seen exciting advancement in oncology, but also in the area of precision medicine in oncology, including the most recent, the hottest areas such as immuno-oncology therapies, PD-1, PD-L1. But going into the future, we see that the need for developing and commercializing personalized medicine, precision medicine will ever increase, but there's also a lot of challenges behind it, such as scientific challenges. One need to find the right biomarkers, and so, which is not always easy to find. As we can see today, a notable example is PD-L1 biomarker for PD-1, PD-L1 inhibitors, and there's I think ongoing debate whether or not PD-L1 expression is the right biomarker for those checkpoint inhibitors. And besides that, there's also because of the increasing number of biomarkers, there will be increasing complexity for physicians to adapt the many biomarkers. So the question becomes how they can best incorporate and adapt those biomarkers in the clinical practice. And then the last thing to mention is, of course, then is the pricing, reimbursement, market access challenges that people have been talking about for a long time. So, so we believe the future is very bright. The momentum of precision medicine is unstoppable, but there are also many challenges that we need to tackle.